Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK from NK Airplay Radio, and if you love what the My So-Called Whatever podcast crew is doing, check us out too. NK Airplay is an online radio station playing all your favorite hits from the 80s and 90s, especially the ones from those boys in the band, New Kids on the Block. Listen to artists like Boys to Men, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, boy bands, girl bands, and many more. We play artists that are associated with or who inspired the New Kids on the Block, plus some of the artists that inspired us while we were growing up. Check us out on social media at NK Airplay Radio. And download the Live 365 app for your iPhone or Android phone and listen today.
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, crying, hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW, hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, here we go. I will start the intro.
Okay.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
Hi, and this is your friend Adrian.
And this is your friend Chris.
And we're from Rattail.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Block party.
Welcome to the block party. We ain't leaving out nobody.
Nope.
And especially not Rattail.
Nope.
We're so happy to be here.
Give us all the Rattail.
Oh my gosh. I have a Rattail story, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
So as you guys have heard, we have Adrian and Chris here from Rattail. And we're going to enjoy this block party, learning about them and talking about New Kids and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
So first, I need to find out how Rattail came about. And by the way, your name is genius.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, Rattail, we are relatively new on the scene. We're just celebrating like our 3-month anniversary of posting our first video. And we've been posting consistently for those past 3 months. And it's already been an amazing journey. The blockhead world, we're constantly amazed because we've been on the periphery for a while. At least I have, because I've been a huge New Kids fan since I was 8 years old, like so many of us. But, just kind of, it's always comes up on shuffle and, I get a little pep in my step when I hear a New Kids song. But what happened was literally in October, I, like so many of us, was losing my mind. I was alone in my 1-bedroom apartment. I'm in the Bay Area, California, that has been on lockdown for months. The election was coming up and I just was having a really tough time. And it's very corny, but it's true. I swear it's true. I was cleaning my bathroom and I put my phone on shuffle and Step by Step came on. And I was immediately transported to my 9-year-old self that used to have dance competitions with my best friend. And I hadn't felt that level of joy in 6-7 months. And this guy, Chris is one of my dearest friends and he's in my pod. So we have a few people that we committed to hang around during quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Chris, we just need to have a night where we drink a little and watch some New Kids videos and let's just see what happens. And then what did you think?
So, at first it seemed very interesting. I was already kind of excited. I'm obviously the non-blockhead. Not that I'm not a fan, I'm just not as intense as most, so I don't know if you can call me a blockhead, but I know who they are and I like them. yeah, she kind of came to me about it initially, just being like a non-blockhead reaction, and it sounds really fun. But months later, I find out that I'm kind of just naturally into the role of the non-blockhead reacting to the blockhead, reacting to the videos that she's seen a million times, because her reactions are just so amazing.
Yes.
So, but I do love it. I love this whole world. We love the fans that we've, friends and our family that we've got. It's been so great, especially for me to experience this with such a close person,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That
Oh my
is
gosh, I
awesome.
love those kind of stories.
I
And
mean,
it's not
Rattail,
corny at all.
She thought of the name.
Yeah. So, Brooke, I can't wait to hear your rat tail story, but I've shared my rat tail story on the channel that, I used to have a rat tail, and
Yes.
I just, but like, it's really mental. Like, it's just, I really thought as a 9-10-year-old girl that if I had a haircut like Jordan, I even had the Jordan Knight haircut with the rat tail.
I love
I
it.
thought he was going to look at me and fall in love with me. I thought he was going to be like, hey, bros, check out the girl in the nosebleeds. She has a haircut like mine. Let's all date her. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
Like,
seriously. I feel you. I feel you.
No, 100%. I was that 10-year-old girl in the nosebleeds. I didn't have the rat tail, but I was that 10-year-old girl in the nosebleeds, literally 3 rows from the back, and with my mom and my aunt. And I thought, like, Jordan Knight's gonna see me.
yeah.
He's gonna see my fanny pack. He's gonna be like, this 10-year-old girl is it.
Oh,
And
my
I'm
God.
18, but it's okay.
Right. We're gonna go to the dare dance together, and
And then we're gonna break up, and then Joe's gonna get with me, and it's gonna be no problem.
Yeah.
no big deal.
They're gonna be fine with it.
So my little rat tail story is a little, I mean, it's a little different, but you know how the dolls, like the Jordan doll had a rat tail.
Yes.
So I was obsessed with Jordan. Still am, low key. Still am.
Low key.
Or
Not
high
low
key.
But he had this glorious rat tail on his little doll head, and my brother, he cut the rat tail.
The moment you say brother, I'm nervous for you, but go ahead.
He cut the rat tail off.
Yep.
He
Cut the
chopped
magic
it right
off.
off. He couldn't have touched Donnie's or Danny's.
Right.
Now, granted, I wouldn't want him to, and I probably would have cried also. However,
But it was Jordan.
I wailed.
I'm sorry.
I
Shouldn't laugh at your pain.
No, I was so upset. I still have that doll.
Yeah.
And the doll is
Damn
still
it.
missing a very important appendage. I mean, like, not as important as
Have you
others.
forgiven
But
him? That's the question. Have you mended it with him?
so, okay. My brother, and our listeners know, my brother passed away this year.
Aw,
last
I'm sorry,
year.
Brooke.
So, and it's not about that, but so they know, but we never discussed it.
Really?
We
You
never
were like, Bo.
discussed it. But no, Bo, why'd you do me dirty like that? Why'd
Yeah,
you do
no
Jordan
kidding.
dirty like that?
Right.
We're gonna get an
Such
orb.
an older
just so
brother
you know.
thing. Like, you guys, I don't think you have an episode like this, but like, we need to have like an older sibling restorative circle for all us new kids who experience. I was the oldest, so I didn't experience it, but I know you're not alone.
Yeah. So my brother was actually younger.
He's younger.
He was younger, not by much.
Okay.
We were 18 months apart. We were actually like really close. But he was a little ass.
God
He really
love him, though.
was.
Seriously.
But that's my rat tail story. So whenever I like see you on YouTube or like pop up or Nikki and I talk about you, I am immediately like, Jordan Knight's rat tail
Yep.
gone, just gone.
But you did get a new Jordan.
I
But
got a new Jordan.
His legs were sticky, but that's
His
okay.
legs were very sticky, and one of them actually fell off. But it's so sticky, it just hangs out in the pants.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
You know what it's from? I just found out because I just got a Barbie. I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of weird, but I got this Barbie I had when I was little, and I left her at a restaurant, and I got her again, and her legs were sticky. And I was like, what the hell? Like, this is supposed to be new in box. Like, and I guess like certain temperatures, the Barbie's legs melt, and but you can bring them back to life with baking soda and water. That's where I was getting it.
So I can fix
Okay.
Jordan's legs.
You can fix
I
his
know we
legs.
need to baking soda Jordan.
Yes.
I know, but I mean, hopefully I can get it back in its socket.
Oh wait,
If
what
not-
happened? His
Well,
leg
his leg fell off.
I didn't
So
get
funny.
that part.
But because it's still sticky, it just like dangles in the pants. It doesn't come out because it's stuck to like the pant material.
Oh God.
I want that on a t-shirt. It's dangling in the pants.
Oh, I didn't even get that. Now I do. So yeah, that's what I always think about when I think of Rattail, and it makes me smile. It is not a sore memory. It makes me laugh now.
Mhm.
I love that. Oh,
But I know it's fun. It's fun.
everyone has an opinion about the Rattail, and that's what I love too. Like some people, I mean, we know that they hate it. At least Danny does. I've heard from Danny like he can't stand that he had a Rattail. But yeah, everyone,
That was the thing though.
it was the thing, and I think they're beautiful and they're magical and
Mhm.
mystical, and let's just let it be special, right?
Right, the way that
Did I ever
whip
tell you
around.
this? That my sister's husband had a rat tail?
Wait, I feel like I've seen pictures of Gus's Rattail.
Oh yeah, Gus had a rat tail, and it was so cool. I was like, you're just like Jordan. Like, that's so cool.
Okay, but that's the thing. Okay, so Nikki, I want to know. We have an episode about this coming up, by the way, where we talk about Donnie's quote unquote rat tail, because there's some controversy
Yes.
around if it can be classified as a rat tail. But there's different rat tails, right? Like Jordan had the very long, silky braided. Danny, he braided it sometimes, but sometimes it was loose and curly and free.
Yep.
Donnie's always was like a low pony. So what kind of rat tail did your sister's husband have?
It was like a Donnie. It was like a Donnie, kind of like low, like puff of hair, like, you know. And I think my sister would braid it occasionally, but it was like not, it was different lengths, you know, like
Yep.
it was just like Donnie's. So I mean, honestly, I've always been a Joe girl, so I was like, I could take or leave the rat tail. But not you
Yeah.
guys. I'll take you guys. But I
In terms of hair.
in terms
In
of
terms of-
hair, yes. But I think I secretly always wanted one. Truly.
I had a mullet.
myself. I
But-
had
I had a
one as well.
mullet too. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Wait, did you have a mullet rat tail combo, or were they at separate times?
I just had a mullet.
Okay.
It was a true mullet. It was like bangs and then cut here, and then it was long in the back and like layered.
Mhm.
I was like
Oh,
7.
yeah, but that was the time, right? That was the
Right.
time.
I
Yeah.
remember.
I
yeah.
cried when I got mine. I was not happy about getting it.
Oh, I
The
was. so
hairdresser did
excited.
it, and I was like, what happened? It's short on the top. Like, what's happening?
I was so excited. My best friend in like first grade had a mullet. Of course, it wasn't called mullets then.
Mhm.
It was like a layered on top thing, and I was just like, Mom, I want my hair just like Katie's. And my mom was like, you do? And I said, yes, I do. So she took me to the hairdresser, and she gave me the mullet, and I was like, yes.
Did you curl it on the top? Like, did you like curl it? with a
Sometimes
curling
my
iron?
mom did. Sometimes my mom did, but it wasn't like
That's
an
next
everyday thing.
level.
While it was growing out, I got my first perm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cute.
Dude, I was permed once a month on Sundays in the kitchen. I looked like someone had electrocuted my ass. Someone had like plugged my rat tail into a socket, and because I had a perm with the rat tail, it was just
I love it.
Oh, I
need
love
to
that
see
though.
pictures. I need to see
I can
pictures.
send you some.
We need to put pictures on the website.
Can we put
with
one
your
on the
permission.
website?
Yes. I will we'll get one of Chris's mullet too.
Yes.
I'll put a mullet picture of myself on there.
I'll put my grown out mullet picture, because it was my 5th grade picture. It was like grown out.
I love it.
It's amazing. See, we've all been there.
Yes. We have
And I know we have listeners that have been there.
right.
Oh,
They're like,
Yeah.
same girl, same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh shit.
I need to know, and I think that these are going to be vastly different stories from the both of you, but like your New Kids on the Block discovery story. Like when do you remember when you first saw them, heard them, fell in love with them?
Yep. Yeah, I'll start off first. Gosh, I grew up in, I grew up in Northern California, 8-year-old girl. I was pretty young because in 88 I was 7, so 89 I was 8 years old. And I had a next door neighbor that was 2 years older than me. And we were like best friends. And she pulled me in like a dealer and got me hooked in her room every day for years. Like we literally, it was me and her every afternoon. We did Star Search dance competitions on the Star Search scale. So that's how I learned fractions, 3 3/4 of a whatever.
Love it.
And like her whole room was all New Kids. And I eventually got there with my room. And we would have to surprise each other with a song. So one person would have to turn in the corner while I went to the tape deck to put on the album, So, and then we would do the full like performance, and then it was serious, and
Right.
And she was older than me, so she was a little more intense than me, and we talked about them all the time. As I mentioned before, I always say this, but I think a psychologist needs to study some of us blockheads to like figure out the impact of being obsessed with these 5 boys during such an impressionable time in our lives. Like,
Right?
How has this come to bite me in the ass with my adult relationships with men? Tell me about it.
Yep.
I don't know. So I loved them, but like it was probably a little over the edge because like I really wanted to like marry them. And I also went to parochial school. So I had all this like catechism, Catholic, guilt, marriage, blood of Jesus Christ, like all mixed in with this. I love these 5 boys from Boston. So it was a mess, but that's how I got hooked. And that was my first concert ever, Arco Arena, Sacramento, Magic Summer Tour, Nosebleeds. We even went as far as we brought in these jelly jars to capture the air, because it was the one time me and the New Kids were breathing the same air. So I had this jar of air.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So
I would be right there with you.
No, it really does. It really, I mean, it's genius, actually.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is genius. Thank you. I like the way you turned that around.
It really is.
And then I think I fell off like everyone else did, but then Jordan came along when I was 18 in 1999. So I had my Jordan phase. And then 2008 was another exciting time. And now I would say I'm the closest I've ever been to my 9-year-old self doing Rattail.
Isn't it fun? I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It is so much fun. And like, I've always heard like chirpings that blockheads are really intense, and like the community, they're so much fun. So loving, kind, generous. We've made friends already in 3 months.
Crazy.
Like, it is so intense. So I'll be quiet, Chris. What's your origin story?
As you guys could probably guess, mine is vastly different than that. So when I think the first song I can remember hearing was "Please Don't Go Girl." My sister, who's probably 6 years older than me, she was really into them, and she went to one of their concerts. It might have been yours because it was that same year.
Yeah.
She's older than you too, but and she'd always play their music in the house, and like I liked it, but like she was obsessed, and she went to their concerts, and then it kind of faded for me. And then the next time I really kind of learned about them again was when Jordan came out, with his solo album. And then I saw him again for Give It To You. And then Joey had his solo album, and then like New Kids were coming. Well, they weren't coming back, but it kind of reminded me of them. So I listened to the music again. But that's what kind of started for me. That's when I think Jordan awoken in me again. And
yes.
you know,
What
like
was
in
that all about?
2008, I do remember in 2008 when their next album came out. So I was around for that because Summertime came out and I really liked that song. So that's kind of where it was. But like I've always liked them, never hated them in any way, always liked them, but it was just, you know, kind of like a group I liked. So I was never really considered a blockhead. I just, you know, oh yeah, I like them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
that's also why I was really into doing this with Adrian, because I knew it'd be something I'd enjoy too.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome. I
love
love the
that.
perspective. Like I love that you're
Absolutely.
reacting to her reacting to new kids. Like you like
Yeah, like I said, that's
That's-
just kind of like how it naturally progressed over the months. Like at first, it's like, no, I'm just going to be the commentary, just like my perspective of being a non-blockhead. That's not what it turned out as. I'm just like,
I will
So-
say, one of my favorite videos, you were talking about Jordan, and the video that I watched, you were talking about the sexual awakening of Jordan. Like, well, I mean, we were older anyway, but like him saying that, like, excuse me, you can do what?
Yeah.
What? It's intense.
Okay.
What? 18-year-old Adrian literally like, oh, I know what that means now.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were chatting about this the other day. I forget, but we were talking about like, so in our videos, we talk a lot about body rolls and thrusts and these moves that they do.
Right.
But they did them like on the Magic Summer. Like we look back at footage and they're like thrusting their hearts out, but it meant nothing. But now that we're older, I'm like, oh, they were serving it
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
And I was just 9 years old at the time.
Right.
If I would have been 18, hell yeah, I would have been
Oh yeah.
in the back door begging to come in. Heck yeah. So
I'll take some of
100%.
that out back.
Yes, I will get on your bike. Sure.
For sure.
I'll be on your I'll come on your bus.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. No, I
So-
can remember Joe when and I think we talked about this like a couple episodes ago, but I was a little like when I was, because I was about the same age, and when I can't remember which tour it was. I think it was a pay-per-view that I was watching, and Joe was like really like thrusting, like really, really thrusting, and I was just like,
That's when he was in the metallic shirt.
yes,
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
yes,
Yeah.
and in the hair, that woo, yeah.
Mhm. And he has that move where he with his head goes
Yeah.
real fast. And
Yes.
Nikki, I'm on it.
I
We're
was
on your
like-
page.
I was like jumpy about it. I was like, what's happened? What? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
So yeah. Telling you, these guys, like they have, like you said, I would love to see like a study done, because it has really impacted my life, like
Yes.
tremendously.
They say they cover on Rattail.
Seriously, someone knows a master's or doctorate student needing a dissertation topic. Like, let's do this.
Oh, we should have got
putting it
Chad.
needed.
We should have got Chad Allen.
We should have got Chad Allen.
Chad
No.
Allen? Okay, I gotta tell this. It's not blockhead related, but I have to tell
No,
this
but
story, because
this needs to be heard.
the crazy story. So you guys
Yeah.
know who Chad Allen is?
Yes, from Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So we're on TikTok, and I was doing this like video for where are they now? Like, let me go find these people. So Chad Allen was really hard to find. Like, I couldn't find him under Chad Allen. So I started Googling, and then I realized he changed his name, because
Oh, we did.
in 2015 he did a goodbye video like on YouTube, that he was leaving the entertainment world and he was going to get his clinical psychology degree. So he left the world. So I started looking. I did a deep dive because I needed to find current pictures of him, because I liked me some Chad Allen. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a hard time like in the late 90s, because the tabloid media like outed him, which
Yeah.
was the worst.
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine going through something like that. So I think he was like done with the entertainment industry because of all of that. I mean, I could be wrong. But that's what he was doing. And so we started looking him up, and I found his Instagram, and it was under his other name. And I started looking at the pictures that he was posting, and I recognized the places he worked. I was like, Brooke, I think he lives in Bangor. Like, I think he lives.
That's where we live.
Yeah,
in
you're
Bangor,
right
Maine.
there.
Like, I think he lives here. And Brooke's like, no, Nikki, no, I don't think so. And we have this like little Slack group, like a chat group with our admins and stuff. And so I'm like, you guys, I just found Chad Allen. I found his Instagram. He's posting pictures all of Maine, but they're all surrounding Bangor. He has to live here. So sure enough, Brooke did a little more research, and
It didn't take a lot.
He lived in Bangor. He lived here for a whole year.
Wow.
So that's our little story. That was my little story.
That's
love Chad Allen.
incredible.
Trying to get him on the podcast. He has not returned my messages. That's okay.
Okay, so it's still pending.
Yes, I did use the Maine like ticket though. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, by the way, we're from Maine.
Greetings from Maine.
Yeah.
we're your neighbors.
Yes.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. I had I have an other YouTube channel that I started about a year ago that was all about Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's where we know who he is.
Oh my God.
Defunct now. I only filmed 5 episodes, but we recapped episodes of Dr. Quinn.
Oh my God. I'm here for that. Like, tell me more.
I'll send you the link. It's called
Okay.
Lando Land because I'm in love with Joe Lando, who plays Sully on the series.
And I'm in 2 episodes.
Yeah, Chris.
That's
is in 2 episodes.
Really? You're in 2
Yeah.
episodes?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a guest.
2 episodes of my YouTube, not
Oh, I thought you were on
Oh,
this.
no.
Woman. I was like, so you know Chad Allen? You're the
of my show.
Yeah. Sorry to get you guys excited.
Oh, I was like, oh, you're gonna message him for me? Like,
Yeah, I got his number right here. Just call him.
oh,
Let me just text him real quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You need to
gosh.
get on the show now.
At this point though, like with that, finding that information out, like it's just crazy how close we are to people that we don't really know it. Like we
Right.
Totally.
no, we just don't know.
Right.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
I love
And he
it.
would be the perfect person to come, like, help us research the impact of sexuality as a teenager.
Hey, when we're if he comes on the podcast, I'm gonna slip that in. I'm gonna
Yep.
say
Putting it
Do
out
it.
there.
we
Oh,
we
we're gonna
talking
manifest
with-
it with you.
Yeah, we were talking with Rattail, and they had this idea, and we think you should do it because I mean you're
Yeah.
a clinical psychiatrist,
Yeah.
so
Do it, Chad.
yeah. Chad Allen.
So, and he is dreamy still.
oh my god.
Oh, are the pictures good? I didn't even ask. But
Oh,
my gosh.
I will
Body.
send you a link to his Instagram.
okay.
We like
I'm like, all right, okay.
He's a handsome fellow.
He I don't know. I don't
Like
I
a
don't-
fine wine.
Yeah, I
Better with age.
I don't want to say he looks better now because he looked great then, but like he was also a kid, so it's kind of weird for me to be like. Anyway, he looks fantastic now.
Yeah.
Friggin' tastic. So
Oh, yay.
I might cut a bunch of that out.
I don't think you should. I think it's great.
Okay.
We think it's great too. It's really fun to hear that. Seriously, that's cool.
Okay. Well, I
It's-
talked
it's
about
super
Chad
fun.
Allen on a block party.
So, eh.
You might
It
be a
all kind
blockhead,
of
who
correlates.
knows?
Like,
Who knows?
you know what? Block party people probably like Chad Allen too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we do. So
Well, we do. It's all part of the time.
Yeah.
Chad Allen was big.
100%. I had my 16 magazine.
Mm.
He was all over it.
I have one right
my
next
mom-
to me that he's in. It's right next to me.
He was all over it along with New Kids on the Block and my favorite, Jordan Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have we already talked about that? Oh, wait, maybe we have.
Yeah.
Jordan girl.
But I need to know your favorites.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll it's a journey, but I'll just quickly go over the journey. 'cause
No,
it's
I
you
also
want-
don't
I'm
have to
here
talk
for the
about
journey.
it. We are here.
Okay, so I was all Joey Joe McIntyre for vibey. So Nikki, my heart is with your heart because Blue Eyes is just, he's the one that drew me in and created the magic with me. So love Joey Mac. Jordan had that late 90s, early 2000, I had a couple months there where I was back in it with Jordan. But since, coming back into reconnecting to my love for new kids, I'm definitely right now very much a Danny girl. Love that man.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Big fan of Danny Wood. And I've gotten to interact with him a few times. So I've done some Remember Betty fundraisers where I've got to ask him questions. And then
cool.
I was lucky enough, oh my gosh, this was the most magical day of the last 10 years of my life to get to be part of his fan Q&A of his YouTube channel. So I got like 7 minutes and 23 seconds with him to chat with him on his YouTube channel. And that day was just, I'm still walking on cloud 9 from that. And the man, the thing about Danny is that he can be intimidating, because he's just very authentic, and he's not, it's not that he's not as smooth as Donnie, because it's not that Donnie's putting on a facade. He's just not like Donnie.
Right.
Like Donnie is just so wonderful and just emotive and easy to connect with that way. Danny will just tell you how it is. Mm-hmm. And I was so nervous to do this interview thing. And then once I did it, he's just so down to earth. He is so lovely and kind and down, even in 7 minutes. And I love the Woodworks, which is his new YouTube channel. It's so cool to see him with his family and to see him like kicking ass in the kitchen. So and when I love short, stout men. So that works because he's the shortest in the group and hot. So that's my journey. That's where I'm at.
And a rocking body, might I add.
Oh, just rock those arms and not too big. Not like Mr.
Perfection.
Olympus.
It's perfection is what
Can
it
you
is.
imagine like hanging off his arm, licking his arm, having that arm around you? I don't.
I think she likes Danny. Somewhere.
I love this journey. I love it. Like when did you do this? Like what year did you do this?
The interview with him?
Yeah.
It was on December 29th, so less than a month ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay, so he does lives called Danny After Dark, and he's done 2 of them, and he streams them live, and then of course on YouTube, after you stream it live, it goes back on your channel like an episode. Right. So you can check it out. I'm at the very end. Of course, they saved the best for last. At the very end.
It's really sweet there too.
So, oh my God. So if you go to Danny After Dark on 12/29, I'm at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Okay.
That's the mark that you can start. But I don't want to, no shade to the other fans, because the other fans are absolutely incredible too.
No, this is great.
Yeah, it's great. But Danny and we connected. I think I'm just thinking that in my mind.
No, I can't wait to see it.
He liked my barrette and said, he didn't say I love. He said, I liked your barrette. And then he said, you're wonderful. And he blew me a kiss.
Stop it.
I feel like other people.
Danny Wood did that?
Danny Wood blew me. Well, I blew him a kiss first, but he blew it back.
It's like you kind of made out.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Brooke, thank you. Thank you. We did,
I can't believe I missed Danny After Dark. Like I must have been caught up in something because I don't remember Danny After Dark. I missed it.
He's had 2 of them, and he just sits around with fans and we just shoot the shit, and fans get to ask him questions, and his publicist puts out, feelers, like email us your questions about 2 weeks before.
Okay,
and
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried out both times. The first time my questions sucked. The second time I finally got in. So
what was your question? Like, what your question that you put in there?
Yeah, the questions that I put and that she approved, I gave her 10 questions because I just wanted to have, increase my odds.
Yeah.
The questions that she wanted me to ask were, Are there any foods that intimidate you? Any foods that are hard to
Ooh, that's
cook for you?
That's a good question.
How do you think your mom would have handled the pandemic? Because he loves his mom, and she hasn't been with us since '99, I think. So I was just curious how he thought his mom would have handled the pandemic. And then, how do you like being a grandpa? And what is your least favorite thing about touring? So those were the questions that she approved.
Those are
great
some
questions.
solid questions. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. That was
Oh,
amazing.
thanks. I worked hard on them because I was like, God, I really want this. And yeah. So
I'm so happy you got that. I can't wait to
I am
watch it.
too. That's like
Yeah.
dream
Like,
come
it's really
true.
sweet.
so fun. So fun. Chris, who do you like?
Okay, so mine, you guys, like she said, there's a journey, right?
It's a
We all know
journey.
this.
Yes.
And now that it's just kind of become so new again to me since October, because I haven't, thought about who's my new kid's boy, so we're working on it. And what I kind of want to do, and I think a lot of fans are just trying to guess who's Chris going to be, right? Which one is it going to be?
We get a lot of
we get a lot of
suggestions.
suggestions. They think it is based on like things I say or things I visually comment on, and but I think I'm gonna, because I'm not sure yet is the answer. I have a few in my head, but I think I know who it'll be. But I think I need to continue this journey a little longer. And what we'll probably do is incorporate it into a fun episode where like Chris's reveal, you know what I mean?
That's
Like, to, like,
The big reveal.
and we could do like
Yes.
a poll, guess who it is. If you're right,
Oh,
you
I
get
can't
like
wait to see
a
it.
prize or something. You know what I mean? Like, so for right now, it's going to be a secret. But who do you guys
Okay.
think it is? Do you have an idea?
I think it's
I do.
Jordan.
I think it's Jordan.
I think it's Jordan.
I think it's Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, she thinks it's Donnie. Most people either say Donnie or Jordan,
Jordan.
and so we'll see. We shall see.
Maybe he's
And I
a
think we're gonna do it like a
yoga.
gender reveal too, and bake a cake.
Yeah, we'll
and
have,
whatever
like,
color it
everything.
is, it's gonna be
It'll be
his new
like
kid.
his face will come out or something.
We'll do it.
And
That's
amazing.
amazing.
we'll consume him. So
I
You
love
consume
it.
it.
it'll be a
I
slush
can't
cake.
wait.
I can't wait. That's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. So
That's a great idea. That's really fun.
yeah.
I want to
can't
hear
wait
it
to see
soon.
it.
So you need to do that.
But I do
soon.
love them all. I think they're all great just in general. I think they're all, they're all great. But I know I'll have one that I'm gonna, be more, drawn to for sure.
Yeah, that just like makes
You're
you
gonna nail it down.
stop in your tracks. And
Love that.
Stop.
Nail
Right.
it down.
Stop
Nail
it.
it down.
yeah,
I love
and
it.
then you start to sweat a little bit. And you're like, oh,
When the sweat
Joe.
starts, I'll know.
So let's talk about the reunion.
mm-hmm.
So 2008 comes around, new kids back on the scene.
Back on the scene.
I mean, a lot of people remember that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember that moment?
So
Do you want to go
mine's gonna
first?
be quicker.
You go quick. You go
So,
quick.
I do remember that moment, even as not a huge fan, because I think it was summertime, the first one that came out, because I know I heard that song and actually really liked it. Is that what we're talking about? Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you're right. You're good.
the right album. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just really liked that song, and so I just remember being like, "Who is this?" Because I really liked it, and when I found out it was New Kids on the Block, it was really exciting to me. So I'm like, "Oh, they're back!" That's really fun, because I always hate like bad sequels, and I thought this was like a really cool comeback. I thought it was pretty solid for them, and everything worked out right. They looked good, they sounded good, the songs were good, and so for me, I was just really excited they came back, and I enjoyed it. Your turn. And it's gonna be a lot different, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, our episode this week, we did a react to Single with Neo. And so we talked a little bit about when they came back. And mine's a little more complex because I'm a bit of a drama queen. I'm, just in a drama. And everything has to be dramatic in my life.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2008, it was like my third year. I was teaching elementary school. I remember that. And I remember that I heard that they were coming out with an album, and I was so skeptical. I was like, ugh, please, like, don't. And the reason why was because I did not want them to fuck with my beautiful 4 or 5 years as a young child. Like, don't make me a laughing stock. Like, I just want to have my fun little memory. So I didn't even like buy it the day it came out. I just like slowly eased my way into it, like crawled back, bought the CD. And I do remember going down T Street in Sacramento and hearing, what was it like? What's the name of the song? I don't know the exact title. It's Big Girl Now with
Yes.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga, yeah.
And I just was in my head and heart was like, oh, it's good.
It's good.
Good. And Full Service is on that album. Like dirty.
Good
And,
song.
you know, I shouldn't have doubted because they knew what they were doing. That comeback, it was good.
Boy,
And
did they know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right. They knew.
I mean, that album, #1 album put out by New Kids, in my opinion, #1 album put out by New Kids ever.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Brooke, I feel that. Yeah. I
So
get that.
good. Every single song
Mhm.
is so good.
Yeah, and I've heard, you know, I've watched a lot of interviews, and it's really interesting, especially to hear Donnie, because Donnie has such a good grasp on, and I know that Donnie was like the impetus of the reunion around really getting the guys back into it. That's my understanding of it, and it's amazing to hear the process of the producers that he chose to work with and how they were so careful and thoughtful about how they came back, because they knew, I felt like they felt that pressure of like, you know, we need to like put out some real quality stuff so that people take us seriously. And yeah, I totally agree. It's a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cried when they got back together.
Aww.
Because I never got to go to a concert when I was younger.
Oh.
So I thought when they disbanded, I was like, that's it. I'll never see them in concert again. And I can remember being very upset about that. And then I got to see Joe, and I was like, this is the closest I'll ever get. Joe, which was amazing. I mean, seeing him.
I can't
And then we
imagine.
saw Jordan open for NSYNC. So that was
Right.
amazing. But then this
That's
happened.
so cool.
That was crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is NSYNC and Jordan Knight. Come on.
Right. It was like, what? Like,
Right.
I get
Right.
Jordan
that's
Knight and
incredible.
JC. Like,
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So when it happened, my mom called me, and I've told this story multiple times. My mom called me and said, NSYNC got back together. And I was like, what?
Oh, she's
She's
cute.
like, they're on the Today Show. And I was like, oh my God, because I remembered the website. There was something up with the website. And like you could put your email address in or something, and they were gonna like notify you. And then sure enough, I was like, oh my God, they're back together. Because I wasn't in like the underground at that time. Like I wasn't in the know. So it was a huge surprise to me, and I was at work and I was crying. So
Oh, I think that's so special.
I
And
was
it
so
just
happy.
it reminds me too, like if that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have this moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Right.
Right.
special.
Right. Full
Aw.
circle.
full circle. And like the
Full
friendships that have
service,
come
full
of it.
circle.
And
Yeah, full service, full circle.
I
And
love that.
I mean, just like you were saying, what we're doing, like both of us, all four of us,
Mhm.
we're able to tap into those happy memories that we had, not only as a child, but now we have different memories as an adult. And I mean, it's the best of both worlds. Like you're experiencing the best of both worlds, truly.
Yeah. So well put.
Mhm.
So much fun.
So we talked about the block, kind of.
Mhm.
And I know that most of my favorite New Kids songs are from that album. But taking into account their whole collection, what would you say are your top 3 individually? Top 3 New Kids songs? That's a hard question.
That
I
is
realize.
that's a very hard question. I don't think I could answer that.
Well,
I mean, I could tell you 4 I like. I mean, I think my favorite is just Step by Step for sure.
Yeah.
I do love, I've said it several times, love Summertime. I love Popsicle, Don't Hate Me.
No, I love Popsicle.
Okay, good.
I love it.
You know,
You really like
I
Popsicle.
do love
I
Popsicle.
When that
love
song
it.
came out, we have an episode where we review
The
their
top
first
three, yeah.
album, and
That's mine.
his eyes lit up, and he's so
And she was so disgusted. Like,
no, because he said Popsicle was better than Stop It Girl, and that's a boundary
I
for
feel
me.
like it was.
You do not say that Popsicle's better than
But-
Stop It Girl.
What's Stop It Girl anyway?
Okay.
But point is, I love this song so much. I mean, I love a lot of their songs, but those are kind of three that stand out. Yeah.
I'm with you on Popsicle.
Yeah.
I love
Yay.
Popsicle.
You found another Popsicle fan. That's
Yes,
that's
I'm so
legit.
excited. High five.
Yes.
High five.
We get to hear your top threes too. Is that?
I can figure out my top three.
I can
Okay.
figure out
I'll
my
give
top
you.
three.
I have top three, but it's four because the number one is split. Okay, so third is Miss You More. I don't always listen to Miss You More, but Miss You More is just really, it means a lot to me for like personal reasons. And it's like one of those songs that when you hear it, I actually cry a lot. It's a cathartic song for me. Miss You More is just beautiful. Well, just a beautiful song. Next is Full Service, because Full Service is the best dirty song ever. It should be on
Yes.
everybody's Get It On playlist.
Yeah, for sure, agree.
Oh my gosh, Full Service lights me on
Oh my
fire.
gosh.
Like we'll listen to it
Yeah.
and we're like different people
Watch our
afterwards.
episode, you'll find out.
Oh my god, we reviewed Full Service and God, that song is good. So Full Service, and then my top two are split between Please Don't Go Girl and Step by Step.
It's a good list.
Yep, thanks, Chris.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Those are great choices.
Yeah.
I love Full Service.
Oh.
Full service.
Full
song.
Service, like I mean, it's so hard because
It's
That-
hard, we know.
well, I mean,
Sorry.
I'd like to find out. But so no, it's so good. It's probably that would be probably in my top like 6. So-
Okay,
but I'm there with
Brooke,
you.
I want to know Full Service or Dirty Dancing.
Full Service.
Okay, you're okay. Yep. All right, we're with
We
you.
can talk.
Full Service. 100%. I love Dirty Dancing. I love
I
that
do too.
whole album though. I'll tell you what's in my top 3.
Yeah, let's
Twisted
hear
is in
it.
my top 3. I love that song.
Love
It's
it.
like just it's just so good.
I
It
love
plays
Joe
really well in the
performing that
car.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Twisted Joe, I am not a Joe girl. I'm not a Joe girl. I'm just not a Joe girl. But when Twisted Joe comes out, I mean, I'm a Joe girl at that moment.
Yep. We're all a Joe girl when it's Twisted Joe. We just watched that video the other night.
Yeah. That was a good one.
He was a Joe boy.
You know,
Yep.
this is how it goes.
Yep.
My favorite New Kid song though is The Whisper. My favorite.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Chris.
And I don't know. I have a lot. I mean, it's hard to narrow down 3. It is hard to narrow down 3.
Yes. I
do
just
love Baby,
I
I
was
Believe
just
in You.
looking because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can choose. I was like doing research while you guys. Oh my gosh. Did you already do your 3, Brooke?
I said I also really love Baby I Believe in You
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
a lot. I also really love I Need You.
I love
Oh
I
my
Need
gosh.
You.
I Need You's great.
So like maybe that's like my top like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
See, but that's how it is. You ask any New Kid fan what your top 3 is, you're gonna get, 5, 6, 7 songs.
Right. We're
Right.
gonna get a discussion is what we're
Right.
gonna
Yep.
get.
Yeah.
Right.
I
All
love
right,
it.
Nikki.
So my favorite is If You Go Away, and that's for multiple
I
reasons.
forgot about that.
Yes, that's my favorite one.
Beautiful.
My second favorite is Are You Down?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because I freaking love that song so much. And I didn't get Hangin' Tough because it was sold out in Bangor. Like couldn't get a copy. So I had the their first album and I played that like till I couldn't play it anymore until I got
Yeah.
Hangin' Tough. So yeah, I love that song. And I mean, I love Popsicle. I do. But I think Block Party would take it over Popsicle.
Block Party is amazing. Have you heard Block Party?
Was it on that album we reviewed? Or is it-
No.
No.
Block Party's like here and now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've heard it.
Okay. Block.
It's
I
a
love
good
it when
like hype
Danny.
song. You know what I mean? It's a good like.
Yeah, Donnie raps on it, and I actually love Donnie's. I
Yes.
love it when Donnie raps in general, but his rap on that is pretty badass.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But
That's a great list.
I was gonna say, what's the Donnie song? I can't remember now.
Which Johnny song?
The one you just said,
I Need You.
"I Need You," is on that list as well.
When he
because-
that live performance, the
Mm,
oh my god, like I am not an emotional person. I don't cry. I'm generally like I don't cry.
Yeah.
I cried like a baby
mhm,
Oh.
because Donnie cried.
mhm.
we have not seen that. We have to watch it.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
amazing.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh,
It's so good. I'm gonna watch it when we get done.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I'll do that too. So all of us. like,
We'll
I'll be like,
We'll all be crying. Oh,
But Nikki, that like brings up. I don't think this is like any discussion thing at all, but it's really interesting. I often want to know for blockheads, did you discover their first album before or after Hanging Tough? Because I did not get their first album until after Hanging Tough, and so I think it's kind of cool to hear when New Kids fans actually first got introduced with that first album, because
mhm.
my first album that I was introduced was Hanging Tough. So I think that's kind of cool.
It was late. Like I was definitely late, but it was the first album, and then Hanging Tough to be right after that was just, my mind was blown. So then I had 2 tapes, and I was
Yeah.
psyched.
Yeah.
And then Step by Step was like right behind it, and you're like, I have 3 tapes now. And then the Christmas album, I
That's a
have
triple
4.
punch.
Yeah.
Such good albums.
I have never talked about this on the podcast.
Oh my God.
I think that we've actually uncovered something I've never talked about.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't think I have. I mean, 3.5 years, maybe I have, but I don't think so. So same. My first album was Hangin' Tough. I got it as a Christmas gift from my aunt, and I'm like, who are these dudes? And then I loved them. And then, so my uncle, he always worked for like a radio station. So he would give me like promotional like tapes and stuff. And sometimes there were artists that I was like, I don't know who this is. And sometimes it was the New Kids on the Block first cassette, like the first one. But I didn't know, because I mean, I was a kid. I was so confused that I had Hangin' Tough and I knew Hangin' Tough in and out. And then I got this tape, this New Kids on the Block tape. And I'm like, wait a minute. I got this second. So this must be after Hangin' Tough.
Oh no.
But I'm like, they look really young in the picture. And also they sound really young. Like this music sounds like it's before, but it must be after. I was confused for a long time.
Brooke, no, I think I was
I love
equally as confused. I just knew I couldn't get Hangin' Tough, so I could get that one. And I was like,
it was weird.
Joe looks so young. Maybe he's younger than I thought he was. I was getting excited about it.
And it was self-titled.
Yes.
So I was so confused, because even as like an 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid, I knew that self-titled albums are usually the first one. I don't know how I knew that, but I knew that. But I was like, that's so weird that they would have a self-titled album as their second album. But okay. But Joey sounds like he's in my grade. Like he
Right.
sounds like he's in
Yeah.
4th grade at
right.
Mary Snow School.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just didn't
Isn't
make
it-
sense.
Isn't it what happened was they had a limited release of New Kids on the Block, their title album.
Mhm.
So not a lot of people had it at first, and this could be complete bullshit. I'm just letting everybody know. It's
I
just
feel
something
like
in my
that's
head.
right though.
And then after Hangin' Tough came out, they found the demand. They could, make more money, so they put more out of the first one. So that's why when
Okay.
I went to like Tape World, there was like 5 New Kids on the Blocks, but there's no Hangin' Tough. So I was like, I'll take this. And you know what?
Sold.
Never regretted 1 minute.
No,
No.
not a regret in the world.
No. No, that album, anytime I hear any song on it, because I listen to it so much, it just takes me right back. Which is probably the same for people like with Hangin' Tough. But for me, it's the first album.
Yeah, I love that. And Brooke, what you said reminded me of a bit. So we did an episode on a live taping of Please Don't Go Girl, which I think was like one of their first performances of Please Don't Go Girl. And it was the first live performance I can find where you can very auditorily hear that Joe's voice is changing. And it's a little awkward. It's funny because he's working real hard and it's clear that they adjusted the key for his voice.
Oh.
It's very fun. It's like our third episode if you ever want to check it out.
I'm gonna because I don't think I know what you're talking about.
So
okay, go ahead, Brooke.
Well, I was just gonna say, no, I actually started watching that video. I started watching your video of that, and I didn't finish because I ate dinner. But I need to go back and finish. But I just got like the first couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because that sounds super interesting.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there's a performance mistake. There's a mistake, and it's live, and it's hilarious because Joey makes a pretty bad mistake, and Jordan, the whole band is trying not to laugh for the last minute of the performance, and you can tell that they're trying not to die inside and laugh about what just happened.
I love it.
Jordan tries to correct
Joey's in
it.
the corner. He thinks the camera's off him in the dark. He's like shaking his head.
Oh
So
god.
funny. You all need to watch it. It's
Watch it.
Oh, I can't
Okay.
wait.
We're watching it.
You guys need to go watch it too. If you haven't, go watch it.
We will link that
And then
video
we'll
in our
discuss. We'll
website.
discuss the
Yeah.
next episode. We'll discuss.
That's amazing.
Go on.
So, let's talk about concerts you've been to, and have you done meet and greets?
0, none.
0, none. No, I've only been to a concert, and now I'm saving money because I definitely need to go meet these men. So our we have tickets to Fenway. So
Yay!
are you two going?
Yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, there it is. She's wearing the can we meet up? Is that too weird?
Yeah.
No,
No,
of course.
please.
We need to.
Yeah.
Let's do it. No.
Yeah,
need
we
to.
definitely want to meet up.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. So we're going to Fenway, and we're just going to put this out there. We got in too late because I would have paid the like $1,200 for an individual meet and greet for sure. So those are sold out. But
Mhm.
because we're YouTubers, one thing that this YouTube channel has taught us is who cares? Ask for everything. Like we are in the guys' inboxes all the time.
Yeah.
Can you come on our show? Can you come on our show?
Yeah.
I'm always like Jared Paul, like trying to get him to follow me. Like, I don't care. I'm shameless.
Yeah. No.
But-
Hey, no. We've done the same.
We get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as a YouTuber with only like 250 subscribers, I don't care. I'm going to ask for a press pass.
Yeah, we are.
Don't care.
We're doing it.
What we're going to get maybe a no, but no.
What's the worst that could happen? They say no.
Right.
They say
Exactly.
no.
And then we'll ask again.
And then we'll ask someone else.
So they spin-
Maybe maybe we'll wait and see if you get one, and then if you get one, we'll be like, we've got this podcast, so can we have a press pass?
You know we will.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I would like.
So,
I really wanted to have meet and greets for Fenway.
Yeah.
yeah.
It just wasn't in the cards for us at the
Mhm.
time, and because it was the cruise was happening, right? No,
I don't think we could. I don't think we could.
no, it wasn't the cruise. It was
No. I think that we were trying to get whatever we could get, and we couldn't get it.
Michelle. Our friend Michelle was trying to get us however close we could make it. We could
Right.
Yeah.
get.
Right. And I mean, she did really well.
She did awesome.
I mean,
So,
we're not Barstools, but that's okay. Barstools, because I think at the time, like we had also just done Barstools,
yeah, we had. Yeah.
and like that's not chump change.
No.
No, that's
Plus, you had the cruise coming up. Plus, I
Yeah.
had a different cruise, and so that was a lot. But anyway, we have great seats. I'm never going to complain
We
about
do.
the seats that we have.
We
Michelle
have
did an
ama-
amazing job.
We have amazing seats.
And we're going to have such a good time because like so many friends are going to be there.
Yes, and I can't wait to meet up with you guys. That's going to
I
be
know.
awesome.
Yeah.
You're going to have to like hang out with us all weekend.
Well, it's so exciting because like we didn't think when we bought them we would have friends, but now we've got people,
Oh,
Yeah.
Like-
Yes.
blockheads, and oh my gosh, I was just so excited for the first time to see you all. I'm sure you're trying to get reservations at Novara. I hope I'm saying that right.
Well,
But
we've
trying to
already been. We've been because we're so close. We
Yeah.
go there. We've been there a few times.
Yeah. I mean, I would go.
Yeah, no kidding.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely go. I mean, this is the perfect
Oh.
time for us to have Jordan on the podcast and sit in that little side room at Novara.
Oh hell yeah!
Like this is how it's going to
Got it.
happen.
you won't be
and-
the last show.
And I will eat the meatballs because they're so good.
Oh my god, they are freaking good. The
They're
meatballs.
so good. The
Love
food is
meatballs.
so
Yeah,
good,
they're
you
good.
guys.
Let me just tell you, if you get the opportunity to do a brunch at Novara,
Oh,
Do
yes.
the brunch.
holy
Okay,
shit.
so brunch over dinner.
Yes.
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 do brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do brunch.
Okay.
Because
I mean,
We could do
you know
brunch
what? A
the
lot
day
of
of the
people might
concert.
be going for, I don't know if they'll have it. They have special brunches, right? Or do they have brunch every Sunday?
I think it's Sunday brunch.
Okay. All
I
right.
think it's just Sunday
A
brunch.
lot of people might be going for the dinner, and then you guys can sneak
Yeah.
in and do the brunch, and you're like, this is,
Shit, I would do the brunch.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I love
It was
Thank
so
you, that's
good.
helpful.
Dinner is amazing too. Dinner is amazing too.
All of it's really good.
I mean, all their food is amazing. And you could
Mm.
do you could go and do Almanove. You could go down a little further and go to Hingham and do Almanove, and you probably see
Also
Chef
delicious.
Paul. He's probably there.
He'll be there.
He's been there every time we've been there.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And then you go to Wahlburgers and you have one of their shakes.
Oh,
They're like adult
yes.
shakes.
Yes. And you have to
So
have the
excited.
melt. The melt is my favorite. The melt.
Okay. We have one Wahlburgers in the Bay Area, and it's too far away now for dine out. So
Yeah.
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna wait till Boston to do Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
instead of the one in the Bay Area. So
Also the Boston one.
it's the Boston one. I know the
Right.
Boston one.
It'll be so fun.
It will be so much
Yeah.
fun.
So that kind of leads me to I mean, I guess we could probably assume that your favorite concert is going to be the Fenway one.
Yeah.
Yes.
My first. Yeah.
Your first?
Yeah.
I'm so excited
I mean, so
for
that's by default.
And what a concert for it to be your first. Like,
we can breathe at the same time. You never know.
you never
Get
know.
them all done in one.
I love that.
oh my
We're
god.
also we're gonna get t-shirts made too. We're very excited because
Yeah.
we realized that where we're from, San Jose, rhymes with Fenway. So we're gonna make t-shirts,
We're
you
gonna
know,
make it work.
San Jose to Fenway. Like we're
That's
so
so
excited.
cool.
Rattail.
And then but we also, and I've heard you two talk about it before, and there's some YouTube videos out there. We are dying to get on the next cruise.
Yeah.
Dying. So we're gonna work hard to see if we can make it, but that just seems like the penultimate.
Yeah.
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 So
It
The
changed my
cruise
life.
is amazing.
It changed my life.
yeah.
The cruise is amazing, and I am going to try to get on the next cruise. I don't have a spot. I was not on the last one, or I wasn't going to be on the last one. But this one I do need to get on.
Yes.
So
Yes, you do.
putting it out there.
Great. No,
gonna
we'll
happen.
see you on the cruise too. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So we're gonna get to meet each other in Fenway, do the backstage thing with our press passes,
Right.
and then we're gonna hang out at the cruise.
Yeah. And then we could do like an episode on the boat.
Oh my
Yes!
God.
That would be so
Love
fun.
that.
We'll like
Love
join
that.
forces. We'll
We'll
join
do a hybrid.
We'll do a
We'll air
hybrid.
it on the podcast, and you'll air it on
It's
your
a
channel.
crossover
Yeah.
that we
Wait.
used to do on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It's a crossover episode.
It's called PodTube
Oh,
or a
podcast.
UCast.
UCast.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
UCast. Let's do a
Let's
UCast.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And we're also going to be doing a
My
couple.
so-called rat tail.
Oh my
I love
God.
it. I think that's a t-shirt.
I think that's amazing.
Crossover.
Oh my God, I love it. we're gonna do a couple like episodes of us in Boston, of course. So there'll be like a couple episodes there. But we're excited because we're gonna do a prep episode of us prepping to go to the East, like Boston, and we're gonna talk about all like the Boston accent and like
Yes.
where to go and
Yeah.
we're
Okay, you guys need to go to their childhood homes. You just have to. You have to do it. You have to do it once.
Yeah, if you want your kids to be kids.
You're down for that? Yes. Okay,
Oh
we're
my
down for
gosh.
it all.
We did it for the first time. What was it?
It's like 3 years
Almost
ago.
3 years ago. And it was just surreal to be
Was
like
it?
so
It's so
many people were
weird.
standing outside of this house.
Right. So so we know that you're on YouTube, but where we know the name of your channel, but where else can people find you on social media and stuff?
Yeah. So right now we are big on Twitter. No, we're not huge yet, but we're very
Most
active.
active on
Yeah, most
Twitter.
active on Twitter. So we're at Rattail NKOTB on Twitter.
Perfect.
And then if you go to our YouTube channel is actually pretty easy. It's youtube.com/C/Rattail. There's a link in all of our videos to our Facebook group. And we've ignored our Facebook group. We've got like 50 people waiting to get in, but
We're waiting. We're waiting.
Be up and running, but like
yeah,
you'll get in. It's just
yeah, we gotta let people in and get that going.
figuring out managing it all. So you know.
So yeah, Twitter's the best place to hook up with us. But I would also say, I know, I would also say that we love to communicate on our comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Our comment section is pretty poppin'. So if you don't have Twitter, please say hi to us on one of our videos, because I'm at work always looking at my notifications, and it lights up my heart, lights up your heart when there's a new YouTube comment. And we've really gotten to know people through the YouTube comments. So y'all come comment, let us know what you think. Sometimes we're wrong on our videos.
But we like it.
Same.
Correct us.
Our shot counts are off.
It's all the plot holes and we love when we find them.
Yeah,
But it's fun.
we love it.
We love it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, what I'll do is I'll put everything on the website anyway. So you guys, if you're listening, go on our website. You'll see the episode, and all the links will be there, and it's super easy to get to them. So,
And also you're going to see pictures of the child rat tails,
yes, and mullets
and all the stuff.
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah. That's going to be good.
Yes.
Oh, I
So-
love it.
This has been so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah. You two are fabulous.
Yeah.
And I
You
feel like we
guys
kind
are.
of just met like some real awesome, like I don't know how to describe
We're going to
it,
be
but
lifelong friends. That's what it's going
Yeah.
to be.
we kind of look up to you. Is that weird? Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, we kind of do, because y'all have just been fans for a long time, and you've had some incredible experiences. So it's been really nice to connect.
Yes. And I'm sure you guys will have this, like, it's a roller coaster.
It really is.
It's
Oh
like,
my God.
is this my life? Is this? I don't know. Is it?
You are speaking to us because we are experiencing that.
Right?
Like even just the little thing, like when Danny followed us on Twitter, I almost had to take the damn day off of work.
Right.
Yeah, Donnie
Donnie
followed
did
us, and we
too.
were just like, I called him at work, and I was like put down whatever you're working on.
Oh no, I get
Donnie
it.
Wahlberg just liked us. And like that day that I heard from Danny's publicist, I dropped everything. I like went out to Ulta and bought all new makeup. I was like,
That's
oh,
amazing.
okay. So I get that. It's a wild ride, and it's so much fun.
It is, and it's just we're still here 3.5 years later. Probably gonna be 3.5 more years.
Please
Be stuck with
yes.
me, Brooke.
I mean, I've been stuck
We're
with you.
we're kind of already stuck.
Like we're kind of beyond that. So but no, it's a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for Fenway.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
can't wait.
We are gonna collab.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it.
UCast.
We're gonna do our UCast for
Yeah.
so-called Rattail.
So you guys go on our website, check it out, and go over and watch their videos because they are too funny and they're amazing. So go over there now.
Wow.
Do it.
Do it.
Thank you. We love you
Okay.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
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 Mwah.
You remember that sound? Yeah, you do. The 1990s. It was fun. Lots of fun music, good times, bookended by pop bands. And right in the middle, we got a little grungy. So many artists came and went and left us wondering, what are they doing now? We know what Marky Mark ended up doing, but what about the rest of the funky bunch? Alanis Morissette had a pop career before she made it big with Jagged Little Pill. The KLF, an EDM band from England, got Tammy Wynette to sing on one of their tunes. All kinds of crazy stuff happened, and we're going to talk to you about it with interviews with some of the biggest stars of the 90s on Dope Nostalgia, the podcast. I'm Naomi Carmack, and I'm your host. Check us out on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you get your podcasts. And look us up on the internet at dopenostalgia.com.